Niggas out here dying every day. It's blood on the streets we pay. It's blood on the streets we pay. Niggas out here dying every day. Niggas out here dying every day. It's blood on the streets we pay. A typical day for an L.Apes. Look. Blood on the streets we paved, blood on the streets we raid. This is a deep crusade, not a sweet souffle. We the cream brulee to your fiance. Not no Beyonce, but these niggas beyond J's. They re-up is certain, they keep their head on straight. We kill every person and send them on their way. I blackmail the zookeeper, tell them free my apes.
Hey, tell them free my apes. I keep the babe in the bait. I keep that thing.
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening?
We back.
What's up with you?
Back once a motherfucking back, once a motherfucking back, once a back, once a back, once a motherfucking girl.
Hey, what happening? Lean with it, right with it. Go with it.
It's the mother freaking L.Apes podcast where there ain't no filters except in our papers.
What's happening? Splash got in here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Matt, you feel me?
CG, Sir Goldie. You know me.
Yeah, it's a rough time for the niggas out here.
Niggas getting the bad end of the stick, Paul.
It's a rough time, but you know the thing about niggas is like we so fucking resilient. Like we young, we blessed, we striving. You know, we trying to eat. We got a lot of God degree. You feel me? So
got a lot of God degree.
It's like shit. Like niggas is so resilient, bro. That like we go through the most shit. But you know, we brush it off, we laughing, we chilling, we doing these motherfucking podcasts. Like, I know a lot of niggas out there is just like going through it with whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, your home situation, your living situation, your baby mama drama, all that. You know what I'm saying?
I run into a lot of niggas who be like, I write a lot, I rap a lot, I just ain't got no place to put, like they invested in like 17, they invested in at least one black and mild every day of this year. Well, every day of last year.
Facts.
So that's 365 blacks. And that's not just $365. You know what I mean? So it's like, bye. You could have definitely, you know what I'm saying?
That $500 that you spent on them blacks, you could have invested in yourself, brother man. So, that's the thing about niggas is like, a lot of niggas who ain't privy to the game like to make excuses. Like excuses, it's always gonna be a reason for why a nigga couldn't get some shit done, or it's always gonna be a reason for why a nigga, is not striving and whatnot. And let me tell y'all niggas something.
Tell them, kid.
So, the thing about excuses is they build a house of failure. So every time you give yourself a reason, a way out, you're just you're reinstating or reasserting the fact that you are a failure and you're okay with your failure because your excuses allow you to be okay with your failure. Like, say for instance, I fucked around and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit the gym 5 times a week, for like 6 months or whatever. And then I end up only hitting it like maybe once, twice a week or some situation like that. I'm a make a way so that I'm okay with the decision that I made a commitment to myself and didn't keep it. So now I have to find a way for me to be okay with that and for me to live with myself. So I say, I fucked around and overslept, or I just wasn't feeling it. My knee hurting that day, or my dreads was itching or some shit like that. Anything that can get you off of the fact that you made a commitment to yourself and you didn't keep it up. So what the fuck niggas is doing now. But
facts.
At the same time, it's like we're running in circles with ourselves. And this podcast is about self-improvement. This podcast is about holding motherfuckers accountable. And, I always got to hold my guys accountable first because we're the stepping stone to the reason why shit is all out of whack right now.
Facts, you know what I'm saying? It's about a lot of good shit, you know what I mean? Positivity. But don't be like scared of the negative, You got to find out ways to, what do you say? get over them childhood fears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta come up. You can't just sit there and allow shit to beat you because it's in your head, and that's it. Shit holding you back is in you, and that's it.
That's a fact. I mean, it's always gonna come down to, well, what the fuck did you do, my nigga? Like, you saying some shit about this didn't happen, that didn't happen, and I'm so fucked up about, you know, my situation right now, and it's like, my nigga, what have you done, brother? Like, really sit down and analyze yourself first, and then you can come to the conclusion of what you need to do in the future.
Facts.
But with all of that being said, it's time to get on these hoes, bruh.
Topic.
It's time to get on these motherfucking hoes. First of all, I want to address the fact that these bitches don't give a fuck about their kids. They don't give a fuck about, you know, raising a productive ass child in society. They only give a fuck about how the rearing of their child makes them look. You feel me? That's why you see so many hoes posting these little babies on Instagram and shit. Because it's like, look, you're going to see the most precious pictures of a child and you know, in their best form when the mother is posting a picture. But what you don't see is the motherfucking baby formula the nigga just threw up on her titties, which are out in front of the baby. You know, that's another situation. And she not breastfeeding. You feel me?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like Shorty is straight twerking in front of the kid, wondering why this nigga love ass so much.
It's over when you twerking in front of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going on. Yeah, you got a whole bunch of
these bitches
got a lot more irresponsible parents who are like actually children still. So, you know, but you know,
yeah,
hey, man. I know some other shit is too. Like in a public setting, they act different too.
Right. The fact of the matter is, a child is not gonna force you to grow up. You have to do the growing by yourself. And I know a lot of dudes, especially, be like, man, ever since I had that child, I done took control of the responsibilities in my life and da da da. Well, my nigga, it took a child for you to realize that your life was actually fucking worth something.
Bogus.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we are so fucking mind controlled to thinking that if we don't have a bitch that we working for, or if we don't have a child that we get working for, gotta support. Like, niggas are really using children as motivation. Like, I got niggas out here who won't strap up. They won't strap up. And I'm like, bruh, you gotta wear the condo, bruh. We just had an episode. Ooh, had to crack the fuck out my back. We just had an episode on safe sex, and niggas is still just like, nah, man, it's my bitch. I'm a nut in my bitch.
Yeah,
and it's like,
that's gonna happen for sure. But it's like, also, if a nigga talking about, you know, not being right, you know, not having the right situation for that situation, then it's like, nigga, why you still playing Russian roulette? It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no BC going on or nothing.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, the fact of the matter is, like, niggas really think that if you nut in a bitch and it's your bitch or whatever, and then she have a baby, that she gonna be cool with you and shit. Like, she gonna make it copacetic and she gonna make it easy and she gonna make life simpler for you.
Niggas think,
wrong answer, my brother. Once you pop that kid, or once she pops that kid out, and you know, you figure out that it's yours and whatnot, she's gonna do everything and anything in her power to keep you lock, hold, and steady on the fact that y'all are bonded by another piece of flesh, you know, that came from both of your DNA. She's always going to make it a point to remind you. I mean, okay, so the only way that she's not gonna do that is if you lock it down. Like, you like, you have the kid with Shorty, and then you be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to marry you, boom, boom, bap, and this. But if you decide that you want to go your separate way and you don't want to be with this woman for the rest of your life, she's going to make your life a living hell.
It intensifies everything.
Especially if she black.
It intensifies everything that y'all do. If y'all motherfuckers, you know, if y'all didn't have a kid, you know, you be mad at them, but nah, it'd be way different because y'all got a kid now. You be like, you know, she'll be like pissed off at this, but it's way more intensified because y'all got a kid together now. You can't just, and then of course, you gotta be doing this for the, like that's automatic. Some shit to go to when it come down to like winning an argument or some shit like that. So it's just like, bro, know what you getting yourself into, nigga. You don't want to have to create a damn purposely, go through that chaos, nigga. Nah, nigga, you gotta make sure everything is right, nigga, and not only for you but for the kid and the legacy, just so the blood could be pure.
That is the worst situation to bring your kid into, a situation where unstable. The mother and father do not love each other, don't reciprocate the love that they have for each other to the kid.
They got no love for each other sometimes. There's a lot of lust situations out here.
Right.
Like, y'all happy, like, the pussy good and she happy, dick good or whatever. Y'all happy. Y'all got somebody to fuck. Y'all happy I got somebody to hold, but that might not even be the somebody you necessarily want, or build it in your head and then you built that person. Like, some of this shit in your head, you haven't got over the fact that some of it might be not realistic. It's probably not realistic a lot of the time.
If you
gotta be real, nigga.
Facts. Like, if you are not living with your old lady when y'all decide that y'all want to have a kid, like, if you're not in a stable situation where, okay, she's living with you, it's always going to be a gambit. It's always going to be somewhere, if you're living with her, oh, you can forget about it, my dog. Like, if she's paying the bills and you in her domain, it's just like if you invite a guest into your house and then they try and deviate from the normalcy of your household,
that's fact.
You're going to correct them. You're going to say, yo, you can't be doing this shit in my house, because guess what? It's my house, my rules. I draw the law of the land, and, there's no wavering. There's no differentiation between that. And that's what the fuck you gonna be facing. If you move into her situation, big dog,
you're not gonna be a big dog.
She is going to tear. Exactly. You can't be a big dog living with a bitch. You just can't. She's gonna terrorize you and make sure that you never forget that she is holding your ass down. And she may not do this in the most open way. It may not be obvious that she's trying to manipulate you, but she'll do little petty things. Like, if she got a little toothbrush holder and you're a nigga who, I don't know why you would be doing this, but you're a nigga who don't put your toothbrush in a toothbrush holder and you just put it on your damn sink or some shit, she's gonna correct that, and you're gonna wake up and your toothbrush gonna be in the toothbrush holder. Even if you said, nah, I like my shit on the sink, for whatever reason, it's just gonna be the fact that, for real, it's just gonna be the fact that you said you like something and she said that I don't like it and it's my rule, so whatever I say goes.
Yeah, that's facts, nigga.
Same with a female and a man, except that's the natural order of things. Like, if a woman is living with a man, he's gonna set the rules and shit like that. But that's how it's supposed to be.
It's like, who's the man of the household? I kind of am, sir. I live with her.
Right.
What the fuck you gonna say, cuz? No.
It's not gonna be.
Dog.
It's not gonna be what you imagine.
And on top of that, dog, how can you live with that shit? Living with your girl. I'm not tripping on certain situations where I guess y'all y'all were together, you ended up boom in an accident, wheelchair, you live whatever, some other whatever. I'm talking about just a straight up being a nigga and a man that's supposed to be a provider. One, two, like you want to make sure you can lead. Like, what the fuck you leading if you ain't paying no bills or some shit? Like, what the fuck?
Facts.
That don't make no sense, man.
And I'll tell you what, too. If you fuck around and fuck this bitch, nut in her while you're living with her, she's gonna abort your child, brother.
She either do that or she like, that's not your kid. Like, you can't even name it.
Yeah.
All that shit. Probably not.
She gonna give it a duck ass name like Keontae or some shit.
Willis.
And nothing against my Keontae. I fuck with my niggas Keontae and shit.
I say Keontae Willis, the first name.
Right. Like, she gonna give it a duck ass name like Erlencia Treasure or some shit.
Most of these situations just seem like if you have a situation like this, it might be a bit ratchet. So like most of the names probably gonna come up.
It's gonna be mad ratchet, big dog.
Bro, look, man, you gotta keep a clean household. Yeah, you gotta make sure like certain shit just as a man, like is you living up to every standard, especially if you decide to buckle down with someone or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you decide to get a kid, y'all gotta stop fucking getting kids on some. Oh, I just want a kid. I want like attention type shit. Y'all gotta. It ain't about when you have a kid. You're not living for you no more. You living for the kid. That's how it should be.
If you have a child out of wedlock, all y'all hotep niggas, all y'all woke niggas, fake woke niggas, all you niggas who are talking about, the white man is this and the white man is that, and the white man is keeping us in slavery and this and that and the third. If you have a child out of wedlock, you are increasing the percentages that your child will be institutionally enslaved by going through the prison system, because we know that these niggas who are in jail and shit like that, most of them come from single parent homes, and mostly it's broken a single homes. Mother. Broken homes equals broken childhood, and that is the facts. Like, there's nothing that you can convince me of that, you know, will say, yo, like, you're wrong about this. No, bruh. 83% of the prisoners in jail come from single mother households. So
this is real statistics.
Exactly. So my nigga, you can't just be in there willy-nilly and stroking and shit, and then you just you know, you feel the wildebeest coming on and you just bust all in a bit, like, bruh.
Nigga.
That's how y'all niggas in, man. Like, y'all ain't never caught a nut, bruh.
I gotta relax, nigga. Most of y'all niggas, man, y'all really need to understand how real life is. It's like it's a moment for a lifetime.
Act like you've been there before, bro. Because I swear to God, if you're not like in a good position financially,
bro, bro, you don't want to bring no kid into that, man. That's not fair.
Yeah, and
you know, a lot of us in this generation got dead like that. You know, we ain't really get left shit. We figured it out on our own.
The bitch, she's gonna kill your firstborn child, brother. I promise you that. She's gonna go to the clinic, unbeknownst to you. Even if you say, I want the kid, that's going to turn her off even more, that you're just like, oh, yeah. Bruh, I've been through it, big dog. I've been through it.
Like, I'm telling you, bro, like, when it can happen, man, for sure.
Facts. Like, when a man actually steps up to the plate and the female does not see, like, she has lost a certain respect for him, she gonna put the baby down, big dog. Like, it's easier now than ever.
But once again, she could
put
keep
that little motherfucker down.
I mean, she could, but she also could keep that motherfucker, and then it is not yours. You know what I'm saying? You just paying child support. You paying bills on the kid.
And I learned out
you got a car note, but it's a kid though.
Facts. Like, I found out that a doctor is not obligated to tell the man that the child is not his, because it violates doctor-patient confidentiality. So if you bust up a bitch, she has a kid, and the doctors do the DNA test and they figure out that the child is not the man's, he is legally bound to take a vow of silence about that shit. So literally, you'll have a few niggas in the hospital laughing at your ass.
Unless you ask for a DNA test directly.
Well, yeah, unless you go. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, unless you get your own DNA
she can get her own shit, and still not tell you.
Right, but the doctors already know. Like, they know when the baby comes out. They run tests on the baby, and they know that the DNA is a match or not.
No? Okay.
Right, like, exactly. So it's like, and he can't ask it. Like, he can't lead it along. Like, yo, my brother, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You might want to take a deal. He can't do that.
Bro, you might want to go
illegal.
Ahead.
He'll lose his license.
Yeah, you can't. He couldn't even be like, hey, bro, you might want to get some more blue shit. I'm just saying.
Bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I like to see my niggas striving. And
did I say my nigga? I mean, it could be a girl. It could be.
I know that bit trifling and shit. You know what I'm saying? She keeping shit from you. That, like, the common decency that another dude might have to another, he can't even act on that, because he could lose his license and won't be able to practice anymore.
And, you know, it's just different, man.
It's a
You know,
deadlock.
It's a different life. It's a different world. And for the most part, it's a lot of crazy shit going on. Like, a lot of these situations, niggas just don't think what happened. Nigga. These situations.
They don't. And, you know, we got to be prepared. That's why we talking about this shit, because we want all of our niggas to be prepared when the shit goes down. We want to implement solutions, preventative measures. Facts. And that's the only way we gonna win, y'all, is if we come together and, you know, make the right decisions. You know, like, make sure that you in a good, steady situation before you decide to bust all in this bitch, bro. I know accidents happen, big dog.
Yeah, man, have you a good time downtown. You know,
Have a great time,
faded,
brother.
Go home, you know, smash off whatever. Put a condom on.
Wrap that motherfucker up. I cannot.
Put a condom on. I had to say it 2 times for the niggas that really didn't. What did he say? Put a condom on.
Put a condom on. You want to risk 15 minutes of pleasure for a lifetime of agony,
Hey, let me tell you like
stress,
this, though.
and pain.
Let me tell you like this, man. Like, for the most part, the way, because a lot of the niggas I know like to go, you know, roll with, you know, a lot of white girls. I ain't saying this shit wrong with that. I said hold out the game, but I ain't saying this shit wrong with that at the same time, you know, H.O. But
They
look,
just fucking up.
the way white people, period, react to black people in the club, it's like sharks to like, what do you call them? Minnows. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like we walking through that bitch and it kind of open up a bit. And if we so often to stay somewhere it's too long, all the motherfucking white folks over here. If we in the middle, they gonna spread over. Like, bro, this shit. So when you going home, my nigga, and you go fuck that with no condom, my nigga, and y'all have a little mulatto gelato baby, my nigga.
Just
how in the fuck you don't think she'll switch on you?
Just know what that bitch thinks of you, brother.
Come on, bro. She know what it is.
Know what that bitch thinks of you, brother.
I remember going back to the graduation. It's just one more point. Going back to the graduation, you know, in Macon, Georgia. Shout out, you know, West Side High School.
Your sister graduation?
My sister.
Okay.
Shout out, but it was still West Side. You know, my sister went to West Side. West Side. And I was over there and I seen some of the, you know, old people coming back for their little sisters, their little cousins, whatever, just to come back, whatever. And I seen a lot of folks out there. I remembered, and I seen this one girl. She a white girl. She had a baby with my homie, and like he was like one of my best boys, type shit. Like, you know, they got a baby together. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the situation. Like, I don't know any details.
It's probably beef.
Still my homie. She white, he black. I mean, I got to the graduation, you know, towards the end, you know, that people coming out the tunnels and shit. And I saw her, she had a little baby in her hand. I'm like, oh, you know, what's up? How you doing? You know, good to see you. Because, you know, I was still cool with her in high school, you know, good to see you, all that extra shit. And then I said, I heard the news, you know what I'm saying, talking about the kid. And, you know, and I was like, you know, all right, you know. And she kind of like made it quicker, like versus, you know, like, oh yeah, you know. She was like, oh, okay, and then walked off.
She wanted to wrap the conversation
up.
as
if they fucked up somewhere or some bullshit. Like, I heard the news, like I ain't hear no bullshit. The guys, I heard the good shit. You showed me it was bullshit.
Right.
That shit, bro.
She's ashamed, and that's how it should. Shit. You should feel a certain amount of shame if you fuck around and premaritally have a kid. Like, straight up, it should be a stigma. But nowadays they got this, oh, single mother, this and that. Oh, you know, they both the fathers and the mother. And look, man.
And on top of that, they looking at, oh damn, I might have had a baby with the wrong one, because they not seeing the end goal. If you not set, they seen, damn, I should have fuck with this one, because this one, you know, is doing well, or whatever the fucking case may be.
They didn't wait long enough to see who was gonna actually come to they didn't wait long enough to see the cream rise to the top. Like, these bitches, for one, you know what I'm saying, look at the product of their children. You feel me? Either and they like to show the athletes, like, this nigga Zion Williamson just got drafted, congratulations, and you know, he's talking about how his mother did all this thing for. Look, I'm pretty sure she did everything in her power to make sure that, you know, he got to
practice.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, got to practice and all that other shit. But look, let me tell y'all this. That's what they like to show, is the big athlete, the big big fucking black dude who came from single parent household, which most of these NBA, NFL players and any league dominated by black people most of them gonna come from single parent households. So like they try and paint this picture of, oh, this is the product of single mothers, big fat, I mean not fat, but like big strong athletes, big strong men. Look, man, this is a very small representation of what the fuck the product of these niggas actually are. Like, these dudes were lucky enough to have a situation where their mama actually gave a little bit of a fuck. You know, and we know that it was only a little bit of a fuck because she didn't have the discipline to hold out until, you know, she found a stable situation.
Facts.
Exactly. So it's like, when you see the product of these niggas, a lot of these niggas come out just like straight up bitch made, because they don't know how to deal with situations with other men, because they don't respect men, because they mama been telling them they daddies ain't shit. So now they looking at the world like every father is a not shit nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what the product is. So they rebel against any male authority, because the fact of the matter is, like, they don't respect men. And they don't even respect their mother. I know so many of my homeboys, and this speaking from experience, so many of my niggas have such a disdain for their moms, because, you know, we hear the stereotypes of angry black women, but shit, the people who really feel the wrath of the angry black woman is they fucking children. Not no nigga, cause he get a little bit of it. The nigga gets a little bit of it, but the children get the biggest doses, cause they see when they mama is yelling at they daddy, and they see when they mama is yelling at they ass, and they say, you know, you just like your daddy. You ain't gonna be shit, just like your daddy. A lot. This is not just exact.
You can't be saying that type of shit.
Right, like, this is not no shit that just don't be. This shit be happening. Like, I remember my homeboy. He had a birthday party one time, and nobody showed up except me and my siblings. So it was just literally me, my sister, my brother, and then my homeboy at his birthday party. And it was like his mom was giving his dad hell over not bringing mayonnaise to the party.
Mayo, nigga?
She was like, you know these kids want some damn mayonnaise? Damn. You know they want some damn mayonnaise? Why the fuck? You so goddamn stupid. You left the mayonnaise in your work fridge. And then it's just like literally, the nigga left a fucking mayonnaise, and like most kids don't even eat mayonnaise.
Yeah, not kids. She mad about the mayonnaise.
Like, I was the only nigga who said, yeah, I want mayonnaise. And then I wasn't even that mad. I was like, oh shit, ain't no mayonnaise? Well shit, let me just get a hot dog with relish then. Shit. But it was just the fact that the bitch just blew up over this shit. And that's probably why the nigga didn't have no people at his damn birthday party. Cause, you know, parents know this shit. My parents, they knew the situation they was throwing us in, but they wanted to show us how to be good friends. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted us to be like, yo, it's people who don't come from the same situation that you do. So be fucking grateful that you don't have to go home and listen to a bitch argue about mayonnaise all day.
Facts, nigga.
That's the reason why we showed up to the birthday party, because it was definitely an unstable situation, but it showed us that, damn, we got a lot to be grateful for. And like, most of my life, I grew up in a single parent household, except it was my dad. You feel what I'm saying? So it was just a different dynamic. And you know, like nigga, we already know the difficulty situation is for being a single parent. So why would you force that into your existence? There's so many different preventative measures, and before the abortion shit, it's so many different preventative measures before the abortion shit. So
yeah, y'all could talk, and a lot of the time it gets skipped straight past all the talk and all that shit. It goes straight to violence, straight to channel energy, straight to some bullshit. And it's like, for the most part, nigga, like, most of the shit y'all arguing about ain't that goddamn serious, bitch. Mayonnaise. So it's like, if you really thought about, like Buddy just said, you know, the single parents and all this shit, the people that don't have another motherfucker, bruh, it's like when you see how certain females act, nigga, like their emotions is just like over like their logic, you know what I mean? So it's like, bitch, if you want some fucking mayo, go get some shit. Cause for the most part, like, if you looking at what this actually is, which is our kid's fucking birthday party, nobody showed up. These kids decided to show up. You gonna scare them away too? So it's just like, nigga, them niggas ain't never coming back. Like, it make a nigga feel like it's something up with him, but he knows something up with his folks, and then it's just all type of situation, nigga. Like, you can't just sit there.
Yeah, and like to
Can't
see
do that shit.
Exactly, to see where my nigga is at now is like a blessing, because he's actually, doing an independent thing. But it was
Shit
like,
give me anxiety, nigga.
yeah, it was like a time period in his life where he was trying to figure it out. Like, you know how niggas do, dyeing their hair, getting all different sorts of hair dye and shit. And it's like, my nigga, that's some sweet ass shit, bro. For real, like, that's some sweet ass shit. Like, a nigga is like trying to change his, like, niggas be trying to change their identity. Like, oh shit, I'm a different nigga.
It's Americanized now, like to
brother,
where they trying to make it swag. But if you got like dreads and shit, and you dye them shits, that's really some sweet shit when it come down to Jamaican shit. But we not Jamaican, so
yeah, I mean,
whatever. But for the most part, I'm cool on. I'm straight on it, bro.
yeah, like it's like we fucking straight on it. Cause
yeah, we got a lot of situations though where it's like, the single moms households and stuff like that, or even the households when you got parents fighting, so you got both of them, but you going back and forth and shit like that. It's like, it's not all bad, but it is fucked up, and for the most part, like, the situations aren't like painted. So like these movies shit, y'all gotta relax. Like the real life reality of it is like, it's toxic shit in it. So it's gonna do nothing but either rub off to your kids, or it's gonna make your kids say, that's not gonna happen to me. That's not gonna be me. So like, in that sense, it becomes a blessing. You got some people, oh, my daddy ain't shit, so fuck him. I'm here now, man. Fuck, like, I'm glad he went. You got all that shit. Or my mama ain't.
Not knowing that they mama pushed the nigga away.
I mean, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because it's similar situations, but it's what we're saying is like, statistically, it's skewing in a lot of like the females initiating divorce. The female, shit being, like it's more in their favor. Like, they're using this shit. They're playing around. They're having a time of their life.
And it's cool because the thing about real niggas is that we are creatures that embrace adversity. Like, real dudes, like real cats, like, when shit gets hard, that's when we thrive, because we buckle down and stick our fucking foot in the dirt and grind it out. But it's like, you should be able to do that shit without the pressure, my nigga. Like the pressure doesn't have to be on. Like, it don't gotta be fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, down by 6, crunch time.
Watching you, ain't gotta
it
be
don't
none of that
have
shit.
to be that, my nigga. Like, it could be you being your own mental point of origin and saying, hey, I know that I'm not gonna be happy with my grind, man. Exactly, if I don't put in the fucking work. So it's time that I get off my ass and put in the work, so that if something does happen that ends up being fucked up, either financially or through familiar, through the family or whatever, like, you'll be able to handle it, because you're not going to be worrying about, oh man, I didn't put in the work 5-10 years ago to, put myself in a feasible situation where, mistakes happen, but I can handle this shit. Like, no, my nigga, most niggas are waiting till they turn 30, and then they're saying, all right, 30, I'm going to turn my life around. No, my nigga, you're going to live the same existence that you did 10 years ago, unless you actually make a fucking step. Like, the New Year's resolution shit is the mentality of niggas today. Like, in every day is like a New Year's resolution, whereas like a nigga didn't do what he was supposed to do yesterday, so now the next day is my New Year's resolution, I'm gonna turn it all around. No, my nigga, it don't work like that. It only works with consistency, and that's why these bitches are so ahead of niggas today, is because, for one, it's like they're being trained into the mentality of real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga. So with that mentality, back in the day, it was like bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Like, niggas had that mentality. But nowadays, it's like niggas need a bitch. Like, niggas feel like they need a bitch to validate their own existence. And the reason it's like that is because, for one, no cap, these bitches are getting badder. They getting finer, they getting sexier and whatnot. Two, these hoes getting so much juice, they getting juiced up from the gram, from Twitter, from all these social media shits, that it seems like their existence is on a different playing field than most niggas. You feel me? So, like, niggas will look at a bitch and be like, damn, she's here, she's there. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that she had to suck like 15 dicks to get where she was at, my nigga. That was a sacrifice that she took, but that's not what us niggas have to do. We need to be the niggas who can put a bitch in position so that a bitch is wanting to suck our dick to get in that position. Not saying that we exchanging, you know, sexual favors for fucking, you know, prosperity and shit. But these are the facts. These are the facts, my nigga. Like, the niggas who are in position, like niggas like motherfucking Harvey Weinstein and all this other shit, these niggas put themselves in a position or whatnot to where a bitch feels like, oh shit, like, if I don't fuck this nigga, my career is over. You feel what I'm saying? Like, these bitches are really feeling like that shit. That's why when I hear about the Harvey Weinstein situation and how this nigga was able to pay his way out of any jail time and all this other bullshit, I'm just like, damn, like, okay, these niggas use a position of power to get pussy, and, you know, these hoes use their pussy to get power. So, just doing a simple math equation, taking the inverse of what the nigga did and flipping it on a bitch, what's the difference, my nigga? The only difference is that, oh, the nigga is big and strong and he used his... Nah, bitch. Your pussy was wet and tight and you used your shit to get where the fuck you got. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, real niggas is seeing through the bullshit. And, you know, what we need to do now is put our heads down, stay out these hoes' way. Like, don't be pressing up on a bitch. Let the bitch choose up on you, my nigga. It's what it is. Game today.
Most of this shit, like, it's the same shit. This ain't nothing new. The bitches always been bad. Like it's more makeup, more, like you say, juiced up, but like they putting juice, like booty juice in their ass and shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So this shit here ain't nothing new. I just know that whenever it come down to just getting what it is you need to get, you're gonna do whatever it is you need to do.
Right. This a fuck.
Get how you live, and this is how shit is.
Oh God, like this ad, this bitch says models read creepy DMs. Look, bitch, you can't get mad that a nigga sliding your DMs talking about I want to eat your ass when literally your ass is gaping on the fucking screen. Like, for real, like that's like putting a fucking double cheeseburger, Whopper or some shit in front of a fat nigga and saying, here, look at this shit and just look. Like, a nigga is gonna be like, damn, is that a pound of fucking ground beef? You feel me? Is that like double cheese with lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and pickles? Like, oh my, like, what the fuck do you expect? These hoes talking about some, reading creepy DMs. Look, bitch, this is how it's creepy that you posting your ass. That's the creepy shit to me. Like, you talking about a peeping Tom, bitch. A nigga don't gotta peep or be named Tom to see that ass. Shit's already there. You feel me? Like, ain't no peeping Toms in 2019. Like, these hoes not getting raped, bro. They getting fucked, dog. I keep saying this shit, but like, niggas don't believe me. Bro. Niggas be like, bro, you can't say that shit. No, bro, I can, because I've seen it time and time again.
This shit hilarious.
Man, look at this shit, bro. This is a motherfucking L.Apes podcast, dog.
What's happening?
Where it ain't no filters except in our goddamn papers.
Yeah.
We not letting up on these hoes. We not letting up on you complacent ass niggas neither. We pushing both of y'all.
I ain't even paying attention to no hoes, you know what I'm saying? That's what I love about it. Like, we see straight through it all. Y'all motherfuckers might as well be made of Windex.
Hang it up.
And glass.
Facts.
My nigga, all I know is It's motherfucking L.Apes podcast, nigga. If you don't know, you never will.
Exactly. It's
you do.
Real niggas got to spit this true game.
Yeah, it's
and
real.
you know, I'm out this bitch. It's your boy Mac.
Circo CG. You know what I'm saying? Splash guy.
Yeah, man. Hold out the motherfucking game, big dog.
Besides just killing and persistence with the diligence. How come all my niggas in the coroner illiterate? How come all my sisters selling pussy free spirited? Can't you see the ignorance? I am on a pilgrimage. Homicides is killing and persistence with the diligence. How come all my niggas in the coroner illiterate? How come all my sisters selling pussy free spirited? Can't you see the ignorance? I am on a pilgrimage.
My L.Apes is killing it. On demand, tentative, window pane, tennis shit. Do you know the range? But we scope from where the village is. Something like a hero who just ain't where the villains is. My L.Apes is killing it. On demand, tentative, window pane, tennis shit. Do you know the range? But we scope from where the village is. Something like a hero who just